First, the top news headlines. Bomb blast rocks Imphal just ahead of Sunny Leone's visit to state for fashion show. No casualties reported. Chief Minister Nongthomam Biren says Union Budget 2023-2024 aims at making India superpower. Rajya Sabha MP SURAJ demands estimated time for completion of Jiribam Imphal railway project. Rages fake Aadhaar card issue in Parliament. In Nagaland, INPO relaxes August 26 resolution eastern areas to participate in polls following request from Ministry of Home Affairs. Angry locals of Patsoi impose indefinite blockade along Imphal-Jiribam Road over failure of authority to take up road repair work. A very good evening. You are watching IS Prime Time English News. Before we begin, IS News would like to remind our viewers to practice physical distancing, hand hygiene, wear masks, protect yourself and get vaccinated to ward off COVID-19. This is SURAJ Khongban Tabam giving you the news. Now the news in detail. A hand grenade exploded at a fashion show venue in Hapta Kangzebong in Imphal East district under Porompat police station this morning. The blast rocked the district just ahead of Bollywood actor Sunny Leone's visit to the state on February 5th to participate in a fashion show. As per reports, the blast took place at 6:06 a.m. at the fashion show venue. Fortunately, no casualty was reported. As per a reliable source, the bomb explosion is expected to be carried out by a proscribed outfit as the fashion show parade was banned by some groups. Notably, the fashion show is being organized by the House of Ali with the objective to promote the handloom and khadi of Manipur and tourism as well. Earlier, just a day ahead of the Republic Day celebrations, a powerful bomb exploded in the Ukhrul district of Manipur on January 25th, injuring 3 pedestrians. Chief Minister Nongthomam Biren loaded the Union Budget 2022-2023, stating that the budget tabled by Union Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman is the foundation of making India a superpower. The Chief Minister said the same during a one-day seminar on Union Budget 2023-2024 at JN Dance Academy in Imphal today. The event was organized by BJP Manipur Pradesh. Chief Minister and Biren said that the first general budget of India's Amrit Kal presented by Union Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman under the guidance of Prime Minister Narendra Modi is a pro-poor and public welfare-oriented budget. He asserted that the Union Budget 2023-2024 will provide ample opportunities for citizens with a strong impetus for growth, job creation and strengthening macroeconomic stability. Biren said the budget includes a fine blueprint for initiatives to be taken up in the next 50 years. He said that the budget is for public welfare and will uplift lives of villagers, rural folks, tribals, farmers, backward classes, differently abled and economically backward people, adding that it emphasizes on education of children, earning of the middle class and welfare of the elderly. Union Minister of State for Health and Family Welfare, Dr. Bharati Pravin Power, President of BJP Manipur Pradesh, A. Sharda, and several officials attended the seminar.
Because 75 years urga ahanba budget urga satkada 25 years ki yenga kanda semba dugum ihan hanba budget oiba karamba ihan hanba budget world gi super power ama akhoi bharat si oidaba yade haba dugi mission da dugi vision da to budget The center ki leaders ne yam kanna khoido ji budget bu kido bagi debate tok doino kaido bagi khoina seminar tok doino seminar to har se khang da busing naran han chai da kai doino praja ne ya political party ne to khang lai da bagi against ne ri kamai hai lo sidai da PMAY gi lai da busing yum sana ba lai da kon ja metro honorable prime minister na last 7-8 years da yum kayam sa lai da yum crore ani hung mathak sa sum lai da lai tre ba lai da fagalai ni honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji Makhada Bharatiya Janata Party ki lusing Makhada Bharat Lai Rabasing si fagalai neba.
In the ongoing Parliament budget session, Rajya Sabha MP SURAJ has demanded the estimated time for completion of the ongoing Jiribam Imphal railway project undertaken by the North East Frontier Railways and also raised an issue regarding fake Aadhaar card issue. He also urged the House to provide reservation for Manipuris in the recruitment of railway staff for the Silchar-Imphal sector. SURAJ further urged the Railway Ministry for provision of introducing fastest trains like Vande Bharat in the Northeast region, including Manipur. Minister of Railways, Communication and Electronics and Information Technology, Ashwini Vaishnauna, told the House that the 111-kilometer-long new line project from Jiribam to Imphal was implemented to connect Imphal to the Indian railway network. He said that the total project cost of rupees 14,323 crore was sanctioned, out of which rupees 12,371 crore was spent till the last fiscal year 2022. The minister also added that another rupees 1,000 crore outlay has been sanctioned for the current fiscal year 2022-2023. The minister further said that the 55-kilometer-long section from Jiribam to Khongsang has already been commissioned. He maintained that in order to expedite the completion of the railway project in Manipur, the state government's role in providing land through acquisition and clearance from the forest and several other stakeholders are required. He further sought to complete the project as early as possible. With regard to the vacancies in the Silchar-Imphal sector, Minister Ashwini clarified that the recruiting agency of the Railway Recruitment Board, RRB, is pan-India in nature. He said that the recruitment is conducted without the domicile and there is no preference for relaxation of jobs depending upon the region-wise, adding that Indian Railways does not provide service based on region or state interest. Meanwhile, the Ashwini also said that the government is considering the possibility of operating the Vande Bharat Express train services. While raising the fake Aadhaar card issue in the notice, MP SURAJ mentioned about the rampant reports on making of fake Aadhaar cards in the Northeast region and also inquired about the progress and effectiveness of the steps taken up to prevent it. Replying to MP Laisemba SURAJ's query, Minister of State for Electronics and Information Technology Rajiv Chandrasekhar reiterated that the Aadhaar system is one of the most secure systems so far. He asserted that the QR code present in the Aadhaar letter, e-Aadhaar or Aadhaar PVC card can be scanned and verified through the Unique Identification Authority of India, UIDAI. He maintained that law enforcement agencies will take necessary actions under the IPC and other statute sections to punish the culprits. Ahead of the State Assembly election, the Eastern Nagaland People's Organization INPO has put on hold on its August 26 resolution demand today. As per the August 26 resolution, the INPO organization were adamant about not taking part in any election process of the central and state until and unless a separate statehood frontier Nagaland is granted by the government of India as demanded by the people of Eastern Nagaland. Further, the INPO has also urged the people of these 7 tribes of the eastern areas to participate in polls and cooperate with the state government. The Eastern Nagaland People's Organization INPO held an executive meeting today at Tourist Lodge Dimapur, and whereby it has been resolved that following the request of the MHA to review the August 26, 2022 resolution of INPO and its constituent tribal bodies and frontal organizations to abstain in any election process and subsequent assurance given by the Union Home Minister to INPO officials on February 2, 2023. The INPO, in due consultation with its constituent tribal bodies and frontal organizations, hereby relax the August 26, 2022 resolution with immediate effect, a media report said. The assurance was that a solution as mutually agreed will be reached after following the due process and will be implemented after the completion of the election process. On the other hand, the two-day-long marathon meets between the leaders of Eastern Nagaland People's Organization INPO and the representatives of the Government of India concluded at Guwahati on January 31st. As per a report, the Ministry of Home Affairs is learned to have counseled the INPO leaders and others to review the call for a poll boycott, something the apex body from Eastern Nagaland had decided in August 2022. According to Clause 10B of the 16-point or statehood agreement of 1960, there was a provision for setting up of a regional council with elected representatives of all tribals, and the governor may nominate representatives to the regional council. Registering a protest against failure of the authority to take up road repair work despite repeated appeal, angry locals of Patsoi have imposed an indefinite blockade along Imphal-Jiribam Road. The protesters, mainly women, told pressmen that the authorities had promised to repair the road within 1 week's time. Failure to fulfill the promise prompted the locals to launch the road blockade agitation, they said. The 1 kilometer-long stretch from Patsoi Part 3 to Patsoi Part 1 along Imphal-Jiribam Road was blocked by the protesters from 8:30 a.m. No vehicles were allowed to pass through the area.
Akoina ngasi lambi thingbagi damakta khongjang jangjiliba asi ta ani muki mamangda ambadika gi miwising company gi miwising na laktuna hapta amagi manungda akoigi lambi asi sembalo sinjarani haibiramaga asi bawa lambi je sembida badagi ana yek lekai gi adagi yumlong kairona ba soroki wangda leiriba kholiba sumba mayam jigda ana yek yarpa azma na ba yawi tv na ba yawi leinariba mayam ji maraksida upun bai punje sum chaba hembadagi ana bji henjalakpadagi mayam je awaba ma praja je oire aduna ngasi akoina khongjang ngasi lambi je tukna machine poraga sembidri bawa lambi je akhoi thingani na khoi lekai gi nisabani mai ben mayam punamak hauraga lepe.
An earthquake of measuring 4.0 magnitude on the Richter scale jolted Manipur's Ukhrul district today, said the National Center of Seismology NCS. The quake, which hit the town around 6:14 a.m., occurred at a depth of 10 kilometers below the ground, NCS said in a tweet. Coalition Against Drug and Alcohol (CADA) has demanded the state government to declare late VDF personnel Ningombam Premananda as a martyr of war on drugs. The association said that the state government should honor him for his service and contribution in the government's war on drugs campaign. CADA further asserted that Premananda's mysterious death should not be taken lightly. It further alleged the state government for failing to find the missing VDF men alive. CADA demanded a thoroughly investigation into the fact surrounding the missing and death of Premananda, adding that the case should be handed over to a central agency. It also demanded the government to provide adequate compensation to the next of kin. Members of 8 different social organizations of the state condoled the untimely demise of former Publicity Secretary of Kanglamai Wahengbam Ongbi Bideshini, who passed away today. The members also observed a 2-minute silence in honor of the departed soul. Kids Foundation at Airport Road, Ghari, today celebrated Gratitude Day. The event was held in acknowledgement of the teachers, school van drivers and parents for their immense contributions, assistance and support in shaping of the career of children. Children of the school presented a wide range of performances such as rhymes, dance, drama, gymnastics, taekwondo, yoga, thangta, wushu during the event. Teaching, non-teaching staff of Kids Foundation, parents and several people took part in the celebration. President of Awang Sekmai Scheduled Caste Development Committee ASSCDC Khwairakpam Surjamani today inaugurated the newly constructed Khwairakpam Apokpa RCC Bridge and Awang Sekmai Apokpa Khubam Sekmai Bazar Road. Speaking on the sidelines of the event, Surjamani said that the RCC Bridge and the road were constructed under the initiative of Sekmai Scheduled Caste Development Committee. He also thanked Khwairapam Ongbi Manglem Tombi for donating the land for the purpose. Former MLA of Sangmai constituency Khwairapam Devendra, Committee Secretary Khwairapam Iswar Chandra, Treasurer Khwairapam Anil, Vice President Yumlembam Sarat, retired EO Angom Brizamani, Khwairapam Byron and his mother Khwairapam Ongbi Manglem Tombi and family members were present on the occasion. The Nagaland Congress today released a list of 21 candidates for forthcoming Nagaland Assembly polls. All India Congress Committee AICC Media Coordinator Mahima Singh on February 3rd said the Kashmir model of Lotus operation in Nagaland will lead to the abrogation of Article 371 Clause A, which gives special status to the state. Addressing the media at Congress Bhavan, Singh sought to point out that the BJP took apart the People's Democratic Party PDP in J&K to proceed with the unconstitutional abrogation of Article 370. She said the state is now bereft of its statehood and its people are without special status. She said the BJP had dumped those who are responsible for its existence, citing examples of PDP in Jammu and Kashmir and the National People's Party in Meghalaya. Mahima Singh said Nagaland Chief Minister Nefurio's Nationalist Democratic Progressive Party NDPP is going to meet the same fate as that of PDP in Kashmir since the Enforcement Directorate reached the Chief Minister's office in 2022, leading the people of Nagaland in the dungeons of draconian laws like Uniform Civil Code, UCC, Citizenship Amendment Act, CAA and National Register of Citizens, NRC. At least 52 priests or Qasis are among those arrested by the Assam police from different parts of the state as part of the crackdown on child marriage menace. As many as 2,170 individuals have been arrested by the police in Assam in connection with the crackdown launch on the menace of child marriage in the state today. Meanwhile, Assam Chief Minister Hemanta Biswa Sharma informed that statewide arrests are presently underway against those violating provisions of Prohibition of Child Marriage Act. Most of the persons arrested thus far by the Assam police since the crackdown was launched yesterday have been identified to be husbands accused of child marriages. Notably, as many as 4,004 cases have been filed in Assam in last 1 week against child marriage. The Assam Chief Minister had recently spoken about early marriage in some communities in the state. He also affirmed the Assam government's strong resolve to end the menace of child marriage in the state. As per the 1929 Act, marriage of girls below the age of 14 years and boys below the age of 18 years was prohibited. The Act was amended in 1978 to increase the minimum age to 18 years for females and 21 years for men. The Prohibition of Child Marriage Act 2006 replaced the 1929 Act with the same minimum age limits. Well, it's time for a short commercial break. We'll be back with latest news and updates.
Go Aviator Academy, a complete platform for aviation aspirants, inspired by experienced professionals. Come and join with us, a course designed for cabin crew and ground staff to help turn your dreams into reality.
Welcome back. After the break, you're watching ICE Primetime English News. In Manipur, no fresh COVID-19 cases were reported in the last 24 hours. As per the latest, the updates from the Manipur COVID-19 Command Control Room. A total of 29 samples were tested in the same hours, which returned negative. The state's coronavirus cash load stands at 1,39,922, while the death toll stands at 2,149. Meanwhile, India reported 124 new COVID-19 cases in the last 24 hours. The new infections took the country's total cash load to over 4.46 crore, while active coronavirus cash load has increased to 1,792. As per the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, the death toll stands at 5,30,745 with no new deaths. Meanwhile, the number of people who have recuperated from the disease has gone up to 4,41,50,713 with 96 recoveries in the last 24 hours. The country's recovery rate stands at 98.81%. Over 220.56 crore vaccine doses have been administered so far under the nationwide vaccination drive. Top 3 states contributing maximum number of COVID-19 cases to India's tally are Maharashtra, Kerala and Karnataka. Meanwhile, in the Northeast India, Assam has the highest number of active cases, followed by Mizoram and Meghalaya. COVID-19 has infected over 67 crore and 60 lakh, while more than 67 lakh and 70,000 have succumbed to the dreaded coronavirus, and recoveries are above 64 crore and 83 lakh. Globally, United States of America has the highest COVID-19 cases, followed by India and France. Let's now have the sports news. In sports today, East Bengal FC registered their first ever win over Kerala Blasters in the Indian Super League ISL, winning by 1-0 after Clayton Silva scored the only goal of the match at the Vivekananda Yuva Bharati Kirangan. In the match played yesterday, the Brazilians struck in the 77th minute as Stephen Constantine's side secured only their second win at home this season. The host finished the game with 10 men after Movasi Rahman was sent off in the 94th minute. The win took East Bengal within 3 points of Chennaiyin FC and gave them the perfect momentum to build on before their next game against Northeast United on February 8. Kerala Blasters remain just a point ahead of ATK Mohun Bagan, having played a game more. Cristiano Ronaldo scored his first goal for AI Nasser with a last gasp penalty to salvage a 2-2 draw at Al Fateh in a thrilling Saudi Pro League match yesterday. The 37-year-old Portugal international, a 5 times Ballon d'Or winner, converted from the spot 3 minutes into added time, having failed to score on his debut last month. Ronaldo signed a 2.5-year deal with Al Nassr in December, reported to be worth over 200 million euros, and was appointed captain shortly after his arrival. Al Nassr now top the standings after 15 games, level on 34 points with second place Al Sabab, but with a match in hand. They next travel to Al Weda on Thursday. Before we wind up, let's have a quick look at the top news headlines once again. Bomb blast rocks Imphal just ahead of Sunny Leone's visit to state for fashion show. No casualties reported. Chief Minister Nongthoman Biren says Union Budget 2023-2024 aims at making India a superpower. Rajya Sabha MP Sana Jawale Semba demands estimated time for completion of Ziribam Imphal Railway project, raises fake Aadhaar card issue in Parliament. In Nagaland, INPO relaxes August 26 resolution eastern areas to participate in polls following request from Ministry of Home Affairs. And angry locals of Patsoi impose indefinite blockade along Imphal-Jiribam Road over failure of authority to take up road repair work. Well, that's all for now. Keep watching IS News and good night.